Hey, break diving team. This is just a simple video to show you how to do a merge conflict resolution. So we have this PR here. So first thing is, before you ask anybody to review something that you've done, make sure there are no merge conflicts. And you can see down here, this branch has conflicts that must be resolved. So in the best situation, by the way, I'm just going to talk to Bhavya now, so I don't feel like I'm teaching a class. So, any of you guys, all right. So, best case scenario, you'll see this button, resolve conflicts. You want that. It means that you can do it right here on GitHub and fix the problems. What does it mean, merge conflict? It means for some reason, two people edited the same file before it was merged to development. So now, Pages controller conflicts with development, leaderboard conflicts, and leaderboard week conflicts. So we need to go into each file and see, well, which version of the code do we want to keep? Sometimes you won't see this, and it says you cannot use the web editor. You have to use the command line. And that's a different video. But basically, you then need to, if you try to pull the changes down, it'll say there's a merge conflict. It'll tell you which files where there are a merge conflict in the Ubuntu window. And then you need to open those files directly in Sublime or Visual Studio Code. And you'll do the exact same thing that you're doing here, but you'll do it on local. You'll save it, and then you just you do git add period. And then you just put git commit and put fixed merge conflict. So instead, we don't need to do that on the local, which is very nice. And we can click resolve conflicts. So, and the reason why do you want to make sure that there are no conflicts before you assign people for re-reviews? Usually there's not going to be a merge conflict when you make a new PR. Usually the merge conflict is you make a PR, then you realize there are problems. You spend a week or 2 or 3 weeks fixing it. You haven't completely merged it properly with development as it keeps going, which happens to all of us. It's not a criticism of Bhavya. And so just when that happens, you realize, okay, the way to fix this is to always merge development into your branch as you're working on it, because then you can fix those merge conflicts immediately as you go, or maybe you can avoid the merge conflicts. But if it happens, great. But just make sure, don't just assign people, what you fix something and you assign it. We know that it works well. Like what happened here, I bet Bhavya recently did a new change here. Fixed by 20 points. And she then asked us to review it. And the merge conflict was already there, but Bhavya didn't notice it. Bhavya, you didn't, I'm having conflict. Who am I talking to Bhavya or to these people watching the video? I don't know. But
no,
anyway,
I saw that there was a merge conflict. I didn't know that I had to resolve it. So
I mean, we could, like, she can approve them. Selena can approve these changes, but then, and I could have tested it and approved it, but you can't merge it until these are fixed. And then as soon as you fix them, Selena's approval is gone, and so is mine, and we got to start all over again. So now let's go to resolve conflicts. It's going to open up an editor here. So it'll show you, this is actually a really good example. The caret going to the right, the left arrow caret, will show you, this is what the code looks like on the fixed leaderboard PR, which is right here. Then there's equal signs. And then there's a bunch of other code, and it's with the right arrow. This shows you, this is the code that's on development. And you can also look through the whole file. Always look through the whole file and see if there are other merge conflicts, because you might see the same thing, but on a different part of the code. So there's only one merge conflict on this Pages controller. And so usually the person who created the PR is the best person to fix the merge conflicts, because that person knows better. For example, Bhavya is the one who's been working on all of these queries. And so I wouldn't know here. She's here on fixed leaderboard. She's commented out all of these 4. and she's created a new instance variable at certified dives hash. On development, all three of these instance variables are active, and this one is commented out. So the question is, which one is correct? Should these four be commented out and this one be active, or should these four be active and this one be commented out?
Oh, that's the changes I think I
The
pushed.
changes
Yeah,
you
first
made are,
one.
these are the changes.
Yeah.
So
I think
you
that's
wanna
one is
keep
the,
these changes.
yes.
Okay, so what you do, never delete the equal sign first.
Okay.
Because if you do that, you're not going to know which ones are the separate. So always grab from the bottom of what you don't want. So we don't want this code here. And I'm just going to delete everything up to the equal sign and then delete it. Great. Okay, then you know what you want. Let me see, actually, there might be a better way to do this. Maybe if I do delete the equal sign too, I'm trying to get rid of the, is it always going to have that? Yeah, so it's always going to have, so it's better with the equal sign because you're going to eventually have that big red line that's going to scare you. But as long as you have the equal sign there, you know, okay, no. I just need to now get rid of the equal sign and the fixed leaderboard because everything else is what I need. So in that case, it doesn't matter which ones you do, as long as you do it right one after the other. Let's get rid of the equal sign. Let's get rid of fixed leaderboard. Great. And then you can just clean it up a little bit if you want. So if they're there, get rid of those. That wasn't part of it. Maybe we need to get rid of it eventually, but we'll just leave it there because it has nothing to do with the merge conflict. Then just go down again through the whole file. Make sure you don't see any more red lines and any more. You will see the same thing in Sublime, but you're not going to have that handy red line. You're just going to have the carets to the left, the equal signs, and then the carets to the right. Great. Then you do mark as resolved right here.
Okay.
And then you get a check mark. Great.
Great.
So then now we check out leaderboard.rb. So we're going to go, what do we do again? We look down and see, oh, there it is. And it's a lot. Look at that. Development, we've got all of this, whereas the only thing on leaderboard is here. So what that means here in this case, when it's all completely different code, we have to figure out, we probably want this because this is what you created, the new query.
Yeah.
What you need to decide is, do we still need define self.certified dives and define self.user certified dives? And looking at this, my answer probably is yes, because this query has nothing to do with certified dives, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Now, there's a problem though.
Oh, we need all
there's
of
no end.
Yeah.
So there's a define and an end here. And then there's a do statement and an end. And then a case and an end. So it's actually missing an end somewhere, except that there's an end.
No, that I think, and there are 81 line, there's an end that should go on at 67 line number, I think.
Okay, so this one.
No, wait, I certified that.
No, this end goes to this
yeah,
dev.
right, yeah.
So is there, and now let's look at this one. So in this case, it's kind of hard. Here's def and end. Then there's a do and an end, and then a case and an end. So this end is important. This end is part of this. This def is part of end. So where is the end to this?
That's missing.
There. End. No, because this end ended that. So where is this end? This end. Okay, wait. Maybe it's this end here, and the
No, I don't think that end. That's a class end, right?
Is
The
there a class
leaderboard.
up? Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the class.
No, on number one, that's a class leaderboard class end.
All right, so a class. So there is an end that we need here. Here's a here's a method and an immediate end right here. Then there's a def and an immediate end. We're fine. Then there's a def and an immediate end. Then there's a def, there's no end. Then there's this def. Okay, this which goes to that. This one goes to this. This one goes to this. That one's okay. Then we go to this one, def.
That is
end
here. Okay.
Then end and this do, and then case and end. That means this end, there's actually an end missing. Do you agree?
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
So this is why we definitely need to retest 100% again. So what we can do is put the end, in this case where we know what we need to do, we can just put the end where it needs to go. And then just get rid of all three of the things. Get rid of this, get rid of the equals, and then get rid of the development. And now let's look and make sure this all matches up one more time. So, and we can make, and then again, this is where we can do end class. Okay, and end method.
Okay.
And do. And case.
Case, yeah.
Okay, so then end, what is this? End method.
Yeah, end method.
And do. And case, that one matches up. And end method.
Right.
This is, there are no do blocks in here, right?
No.
This is not a
that's
do
end, yeah, just end method.
Okay, so then this should be end method. Here we have end method. We can cut this up a little bit. Okay, then this is end what?
Method again.
Okay, end method. All right, so this looks like it's correct.
Right.
But there's only one way to find out, and that's we need to fully test this PR once again. Okay, so then mark is resolved. Yes?
Yes.
We're good. Well, what if someone gets more than this many points, Bhavya? Then we're stuck.
More than that, I think.
All right, now we need
that would be a solution. Yeah.
Leaderboard week. So this is fixed leaderboard. This is your PR. And then here, there's a card body again. And more. So class card. So here's class div class equals card body leaderboard last 7 days. What does this say? Class equals card body leaderboard last 7 days. So we need to fix which one of these we want to, and then let's see how they end.
Yeah.
Link to see all leaderboards and then a div end column card body. So link to see all leaderboards end column card body. So we know that they're duplicates and probably you changed something in this one. And the problem is it doesn't show us very clearly what you changed on this. But are you certain that whatever you changed on here you think is the one that we want to use?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes.
Where you may have changed. What did you change here? What code? Something about the leaderboard?
Oh, right. I think that top score users, I think I completely changed it. The top score user, yeah.
So gotta
Go down, like I'll say, yeah. This one was step before. And this one, okay, merit score. It was using the merit score.
Oh, and you got rid of
method.
that. Now you're using,
yeah.
Using a
yes,
top score users.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then what we want to do again is, this is just the way that I do it. Get rid of the stuff you don't want first.
Mhm.
Development, let's get up and go all the way to the equal sign.
Mhm.
Okay, delete. Okay, good. Then now we know we want to keep, just make sure you want verify, double check, is this what I want? And yes, it looks like you want the card body where you used the top score users.
Mhm.
So now we can just get rid of the equal sign, and before we even do anything else, immediately go up and get rid of the top part.
Mhm.
Great. And now you just look, make sure the formatting is good. Everything looks correct. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. So that you're done with that. And then you just
Yeah.
click mark as resolved. Now you make a commit merge. So if you're doing this on the console, I mean, in the Ubuntu
Mhm.
or command line, then you just do git status, make sure that these are the only 3 pages you changed, do git add period, whatever you want, and then git commit fixed merge conflict. So we're going to do exactly the same thing here, committing merge. And that's going to bring up a new commit message.
So now if I want to test this one, I have to do the git pull on
Yeah,
that
now
branch.
the branch is completely different from what it was before. So so if you want to test it again, and you should now,
Yep.
before you have any of us test it again, because we made a lot of, sometimes a merge conflict is so simple and it's just one, like it's a space that's different. And you're like, okay, the space is not a problem. You can just merge it and say, please review.
Right.
But when it's something like this, and we actually added code and ends and modified methods, we actually test it again before you have the team test it. So wait, now you can see merging is blocked, but it's because of you need 2 approving reviews. And you can see that right, let me see. Where is wait, why didn't it get committed here? That's weird. Maybe I don't know why. Usually it shows what it was, but it's not actually showing the merge conflict that I made. Maybe just because I did a direct merge. I don't. Let me refresh the page.
Yeah,
That's
might.
kind of weird. Oh, there it is.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I merged branch development into fixed leaderboard, and now that you can see how I automatically dismissed Selena's review because it's based on a PR on code that doesn't exist anymore. And so now you can do a review by just doing your command line pull, normally. Git, whatever, git pull, git fetch, there you go. Do a new git fetch, get the latest changes, whatever, may git pull, origin, and we're back in business. So I hope that's helpful. And hope you guys watching know how to merge a little bit more.
Anybody can resolve this merge conflicts or only authorized
Anybody who's on the
any user
why didn't
on their
I
app?
why didn't I do it? Because you're the expert on that PR. And could I have probably gone in there and done that a little bit? Maybe, but there were 3 files. And I saw that it had a lot going on. I said, you know what? This is not for me to do. And the worst thing is, what if I fix the merge conflict, but I delete the wrong part of the code? And then now you have to search back and find out what the old code was that you fixed that I deleted. And I don't want to deal with that. So better for the person who's doing it. So hope you guys watching this found this helpful. Catch you later. And if you're watching this on YouTube, if we actually posted it, please join our community at breakdiving.io. We have awesome coders there, and we have we help people with all their dreams, but also coding. And if you'd like to talk with us and learn more about coding, we'd love you to join us. Breakdiving.io. And actually, that code was some of the code that we use on the site. Bye.
Bye.